On February 14, 2018, a gunman opened fire with a semi-automatic rifle at Marjory's Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, killing 17 people and injuring 17 others. The gunman, Nikolas Cruz, was detained by police later that day and has confessed to the shooting. 3 years later, the trial of Cruz is finally scheduled to begin this September. If convicted, Cruz faces the death penalty.
The way it works is there's two separate trials. The first trial would be guilty or not guilty. And then if it's guilty, the second trial is all about sentencing. And then the question the jury would be faced there is, do you recommend death penalty or life without the possibility of parole?
He has offered to plead guilty in exchange for life without possibility of parole, which would mean the death penalty would be off the table. And the prosecutor has said no. The prosecutor has said it's not for Mr. Cruz to decide his punishment, it's for the community to decide.
Experts believe that the only thing that might allow Cruz's lawyers to reach any mitigation of the sentence is if he is determined to be mentally insane.
This trial is going to be about whether he should die, whether his mental illness and whether other issues mean that he should only go to prison for the rest of his life.
I would expect that if he does raise the NGI, the not guilty by reason of insanity defense, that he will not prevail.
If Cruz is deemed sane by the court, 12 members of the jury will decide if he deserves death by lethal injection. Yet imposing the death penalty is increasingly rare in the U.S. 22 states have outlawed the death penalty, and the number of people put to death in the U.S. has fallen dramatically since the 1990s. In all, 17 people were executed in the U.S. last year, compared to 98 in 1999. Yet over 24 states still allow the death penalty to punish the most horrific crimes.
It's actually fairly frequent in Florida. Since the United States Supreme Court re-allowing the death penalty in, I think, 1979, Florida's executed 99 people there. We have the third highest population on death row in the country behind California and Texas. And we execute the second most of any other state behind Texas.
Most executions take place in just a few states. In 2020, 5 states, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Missouri, and Tennessee, put people to death. But uncommon or not, the death penalty will loom over the trial of Nikolas Cruz, a proceeding survivors and witnesses have been anticipating for 3 long years. For Lilia Anisimova in Miami, Florida, Anna Rice, VOA News.